So, multi-billionaire moguls that are like spend their whole lives just like trading stocks and just owning properties and just being like massive rich. They've got liquid money where they can just do anything and everything. Like if you can think it, they can do it because they can afford it. Now take that person and that scenario and compare it to a guy that maybe averaged 25 or 30K his whole life, right? But that person liked to, you know, write music or produce beats or work on cars or do anything else. And that person just had a great life. At the end of life, like, man, that shit was cool. Like, yeah, maybe the world won't remember me for like conquering a country or something. But this person probably lived a higher quality life than the guy that spent 60 to 80% of his time trying to accumulate more funding. It's like
I get what you're saying. Like the journey
I
matters.
don't know. I don't know
Like,
if the
what do you?
quality of
But what if the
happiness-
guy acquiring? People always have this thing about rich people aren't happy because, maybe there's something else they're doing. So you're talking about where you end up. If the journey was worth it, then it was cool. But if you got spent your whole life doing something you never really got, then maybe that's not cool. I agree with your sentiment, which is be happy. That's what you're saying.
Be happy.
What's the point in doing something that doesn't make you happy? But maybe doing some of these things do make you happy and you're just scared of them. Maybe in a situation the person's overweight, going to the gym will make you happy, but you're just scared to do it. My only point is, as human beings, do we just let that go? Or do we let them, or say something that maybe encourages them to go? Maybe we say something to get them out of their own way so they can actually be happy instead of hearing them talk about how unhappy they are. That goes the same way with money. Someone that doesn't achieve money or someone that doesn't work hard in their field. It goes the same thing towards almost any ambitious person. You ever have a friend that talks about their dreams when they're drinking usually or coked out of their mind?
and you're like,
dude,
just do it.
Dude, and I'm like, what have you done? All the time I see people partying like, dude, I'm gonna fucking, I always wanted to do this, and I'm like gonna get this, and I'm gonna have these real estates, and I'm like, what are you doing to make that happen other than talk about it all the time? Every time I know you, all you do is talk about it. What are you doing about it? If you're putting in action and making effort, then I'm okay with that. Even if they don't achieve it, I think they should be okay with that too. If you spent your whole life working towards something you love and it didn't happen, you're a beast. And you showed everyone around you that you didn't give up and you tried your hardest. Because we all know it's a gamble. And we all want to hear the story where it does work out. But the stories where it don't work out are just as powerful. The point of it is you still try, put in the effort. It sometimes doesn't work.
Did
Maybe
you go
something
out,
else
did you
worked
go
out.
out smiling though? That's,
Yeah.
That's
Those things
the
are
ultimate
important.
goal.
That's all I'm saying. It's that's just how I feel about it, man. I don't have a lot of place in my life for people that complain, don't do anything
And I
about
noticed-
it, and
I noticed
also
that on
won't
you.
answer. They won't listen to answers. I don't like that. I really don't.
And I've noticed over the last few years, you and I are brothers, so we know each other a lot more than some people that just maybe came along recently. And I've noticed a change in you. I've noticed that you used to be that guy online that would just, he'd get online and he would just make people laugh, and he had a massive amount of followers and all that stuff. It was cool and all. But then lately I've noticed that you've kind of pulled back a lot. And I have too. I don't really, I mean, you can read the numbers and there's still a lot of people there, but I don't interact with them like I used to because that's not where I need to be happy. Like, I'm on other things already. Like,
Yeah.
You can sit there and spend all your time online just arguing with people, or you can try to live a life. And right now I'm focusing on living my life. I've already had enough shit in my past to where I can say, you know what? That's behind me. Let's figure out what's going on from here on. And I spend a lot of time doing the things that I want to do. I'm never going to get to a point where I can have unlimited everything but that's not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is the journey getting there, like putting up that fight. Like, hey, I want this soon, so let me see, what do I got to do to get there? And I fight for it, and I get there. And I see that you have pulled back a little bit from dealing with a ton of people, and now you're focusing on what things mean. And I don't know what that is for you because I'm not there.
Yeah.
But I know that you're looking for something a little bit different than
I
just.
feel like I